For over a century, the public education system was built for a very specific outcome: preparing children for an industrial economy. That legacy persists today. Teachers are constantly pressured to prioritize standardized test scores in basic math and reading above all else. The 2025 OECD Skills Outlook report highlights a shift that challenges this model. As artificial intelligence and global shifts in technology reshape the labor market, the time available for individuals to adapt has compressed. The technical skills once expected to last a career now have a significantly shorter half-life. This diagram outlines the skills the OECD identifies as required for high-paying, secure jobs today. They fall into three categories: information processing, which includes adaptive problem-solving; ancillary skills, like the willingness to delay gratification; and social and emotional skills, such as emotional stability. Educators are caught in a tension. They are often evaluated on 20th century metrics, but they are trying to prepare students for a 21st century reality. The distance between what schools mandate and what reality demands has created a vacuum. If that gap isn't filled, students are sent into the labor market missing the specific tools required to navigate it. There is an obstacle to teaching these new skills. Students do not walk into a classroom as blank slates with equal capacities to learn. Before a teacher even writes their name on the whiteboard on day one, a student's baseline capacity for adaptability has already been skewed by outside variables. Factors beyond a child's control dictate their initial skill development. The data shows that parental education and occupation strongly influence how effectively a child processes information before their formal schooling even begins. A major challenge in modern education is overcoming the invisible, predetermined inequities students carry through the front door. OECD data reveals the factors driving these skill disparities: parental education, occupation, and immigrant background. The data shows a 0.64 standard deviation gap in numeracy based on parental education. This disparity extends to adaptive problem-solving and emotional stability. These early disadvantages compound, as skills lacking at age 6 directly constrain earning potential at age 30. Researchers describe this as a compounding effect. Initial socio-economic advantages accumulate over time, while disadvantaged students can fall further behind with each passing grade. Inequality is a mathematically measurable trajectory set in motion long before a student ever sets foot in a high school. There is an assumption that the traditional K-12 education system functions as an automatic equalizer. The data proves that is not always the case. In many education systems, rigid academic tracking and resource allocation can actually widen these initial disparities instead of closing them. When a student is locked into a rigid academic track, their potential is stifled. They are denied the complex material required to develop higher-order skills. A rigid education system does more than fail to close the gap. It can accelerate the compounding inequality of the outside world. The OECD report outlines a path forward. When schools shift their approach, they have the power to play an equalizing role. The modern teacher's role is to act as an intervention variable. They can disrupt these trends by consciously integrating social and emotional learning into their daily lessons. This includes strategies like heterogeneous grouping. By mixing students from different socioeconomic backgrounds, they learn adaptability and cognitive resilience from one another. Teachers can also design group assignments that reward delayed gratification and collaboration. This directly combats the modern attention economy, helping students build the focus required for long-term projects. In this model, the teacher acts to disrupt a student's predetermined socioeconomic trajectory. The basic transfer of academic information is changing. Artificial intelligence can summarize historical dates or calculate formulas with near-perfect accuracy. But while AI excels at predictable tasks, it cannot teach a child emotional resilience or how to navigate a constantly shifting environment. The OECD data shows the stakes. If schools ignore these holistic skills, they leave marginalized students more vulnerable to a disrupted economy. By prioritizing the invisible curriculum, K-12 educators provide students with the ability to navigate, adapt, and thrive in a century where change is the only constant.